Hey guys, how are you? So, today we are going to learn something about grammar. And to start off with that, we learn the sentence. So, in your opinion, what is a sentence? So, some might be saying it's a group of words. Yes, that's correct. Some might be saying it's a group of words which has a meaning. That is also correct. So, it is a combination of both. That is, it is a group of words that convey a meaning. To define what is a sentence, it is a sentence is the meaningful unit of communication. Ideas are conveyed in a group of words which carry complete sense. When we write a sentence, it should convey a meaning or it should convey something or an idea or an innovation, something like that. And such groups of words, when we connect all these words to form a meaning, we have what is called the sentence. For example, I am a researcher, I am a teacher, I am a doctor. All these are sentences. Now, here two exceptions are there, or these are not considered as a sentence in a grammatical world, but though it conveys meaning, it is not considered so. So, what are those type sentences? Those type of sentences. So, one, are you a student? Yes. So, when someone is asking you, are you a student? Yes. So, that forms a line and it is a group of words. Though it has a meaning, it doesn't form a sentence according to grammar. And then we have certain catchphrases of products, like for there was an old catch line, Onida, neighbors envy, honors pride. So, from that sentence, we can understand that Onida is the neighbor's envy and it is the pride of an honor, but it doesn't form a sentence according to grammar. So, moving on, we'll deal with the two most important essential parts of a sentence, that is, the subject and the predicate. So, what is a subject? Subject is something that names the person whom we are speaking about. Like, for example, we say Rama loves Sita. So, here Rama is the one who is loving Sita. So, Rama becomes a subject. Now, what is meant by predicate? Predicate says something about the subject, or predicate says what the subject is doing. So, in that sentence, Rama loves Sita becomes the predicate, or Rama is doing that action. Rama is loving Sita. So, that becomes the predicate. Now, there is in certain sentences we can find that subject doesn't stick to one word or two words. It sometimes can be a group of words, and when we have a group of words addressing the subject, that is called the noun phrase. What did I say? Noun phrase. So, in this sentence or the example that we can see, first one is fire burns. It is a complete sense. It is a sentence. Second one, the fire burns dimly. Now, in the second sentence, we are saying how the fire is burning. It is burning dimly. So, we have added two more words to the first sentence. Now, in the third sentence, the fire that ate the building was started with a cigar. So, here we can see there is a group of words forming the subject and it's a group of words forming the predicate. So, when there is a group of words that forms a subject, we call that a noun phrase. And the group of words that forms a predicate is called the verb phrase. And when we add a lot of words to enhance a subject, we call that enlargement. That's not important, but still a GK. Now, we move on to the types of sentences or the kinds of sentences. Mainly, we have four types of sentences: assertive, declarative, assertive or declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. So, these are the four types of sentences we are going to learn again. What are they? Assertive or declarative sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. Okay, the first one, assertive or declarative sentence. When a sentence makes a statement or a fact, or it declares something, or it asserts something, or it states something simply, then that type of sentences become assertive or declarative sentences. And the most important thing to note here is that these sentences always ends with a full stop. That is important. Okay, now for the example. The cow is a useful animal. Or, beside the ungathered rice he lay. So, in these two sentences, we can find that there is a rearrangement of the word orders, but it makes a sense, or it makes a complete sense. So, we can consider them as a sentence. Okay. I hope you understood. Now we'll move on to interrogative sentences. So, what are interrogative sentences? A sentence that can ask a question becomes an interrogative sentence. I know what you're thinking. You might think that the 5 W's and 1 H would start off an interrogative sentence, but that is not true. We can have as auxiliary verbs, that is the helping verbs or the operator verbs, to form the sentence word or the question word of that sentence. So, and an important thing to note here is that it always ends with a question mark. That is important. Never forget that. So, for the example, who taught you grammar? Is the train on time? So here we can see is an auxiliary verb, and we have used that to frame a question. So from that we can understand not only is the question word the beginning of an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verbs can also become the beginning of the sentence. Okay, now we will move on. Again we have the imperative sentence. It is a sentence that expresses a command like go away. When we say like that, it is a command. We are asking someone to go away. So that is an imperative sentence. Again we have a request like have mercy on me. When we say to someone have mercy on me, it is a request. And then we have a prayer like forgive my sins. We are asking to God, forgive my sins. That becomes a prayer. Then we can wish someone like may God bless you. There we have an imperative sentence. And then when we offer a piece of advice to someone, it is also an imperative sentence like take care of your health. Here that is also an imperative sentence. Okay, so now here there is no steadfast rule like it should end with a full stop or it should end with an exclamation mark. Instead we have both. That is, we can end these type of sentences according to the meaning it conveys, full stop as well as an exclamation mark. So we'll move on. Okay. Now we have the exclamatory sentence. So from the word itself we can understand what is an exclamatory sentence. It is an exclamation or a sudden feeling that is expressed. So it is called an exclamatory sentence, and we all know that an exclamatory sentence should always end with an exclamation mark. That is important. And now we'll move on to the example. Okay, how cold it is, or what nonsense. So all these sentences, these two sentences convey what is known as the exclamatory sentence. We are expressing a sudden feeling. Okay, so move on. And now we have the last type of sentences. It is not a type, but due to the addition of words, it becomes so. So positive and negative sentences. So positive sentence is one that doesn't have any negative words like not, does not, could not, something like that. And for the negative sentences, all those sentences that have these negative words like not, cannot, could not, etc. So for example, he is a talented student. He is a talented student. Here we are giving the positive or affirmative sentence, or it is a positive sentence. And then we have again, he is not a talented student. Here it is the negative sentence because there is the negative word not there. So, I hope you have understood what I have taught. So, for a quick recap, we studied what a sentence is, then we studied what a subject and predicate is, a noun phrase and a verb phrase, the types of sentences, assertive or declarative, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, and then the positive and negative sentences. So, I hope you have a good day. Thank you.